Hi fellas, it's Nick. I just want to explain a little bit about my new Norfolk Southern ES44AC. I made a video a couple days ago having it run and also how to program it. I just want to go over some of the details that this engine has. It's a really nice looking engine. I'll start with the steps. Now the steps, they have drain ports, so when the water comes in it would just go through. And it has some nice yellow hand railings here. I like the design of it. It has the white stripe right along the side. And also, of course, the Norfolk Southern with the horse. And it says Norfolk Southern here. Also, it has a lot of warning plates and name plates. And if you have a magnifying glass, you can actually read them. Now, they have some grills here, as you can see. And it's part of the plastic molding. It's cast trucks. It has a lot of details here, the air and a lot of tubing. And they actually have springs in here, but of course it doesn't flex. It's just part of it, but they are actually little springs. Then you move down here and you have some more detailed pipe work. And then you have your tank, and you have some red knobs, and this is a gauge right here, the red. And you have these tanks. I think they're the air tanks. And you come up on the side, and it has the number 8065, and it does say ES44AC, NS for Norfolk Southern. And you have a figure in here, and you have your shield, your rain shield. And the window actually moves back and forth in here. I don't think, probably won't be able to see it, but now it's in a closed position, and now it's in an open position. And then they have these wind guards here. They actually go back and forth, and the same one over here. So that was interesting. And nice handrail and detail. You have a lot of grills here, but of course these are all molded, not see-through. And a lot of compartments in here and over here. Now when you go up on the top, you have your air conditioning. And then you have these two other devices. And they have a lot of nice detail work in here. And you have your horn and your stack. And you have your grill, and I'll take it off. And they actually have two fans in here. And if you shake it, they move. But I mean, nothing turns them. And of course, when you take that off on top, you have one of the motors, and then you have all the switches. You have the volume switch, the Odyssey switch, smoke, running program. And of course you have the compartment where you would put your 9-volt battery in here. But that was really nice. Oh, it also has ground lights, which is right in this area, right here, and one on the other side. And see if I can get the front a little bit. See if you can see it. When you come up on the front, you have your skirt here, and you have your hoses, which are separately applied. And the coupler does operate with the control. And you have your ditch lights, and you have the railings, and you have a little chain here. And then you have some more grab rails here, and you got some up on the top. And then you have your caps for the sand. And what I thought was nice also, you have the windshield wipers, but they're separately applied. and it's one on the other window too. Then you have your headlights, and you have your 8065 number board, which lights up. And it's, you know, it's a real nice looking engine, and I love the front of it with the white, and then you have the horse. They have a door here, but it doesn't open, but you have the hinges. Very nice detail. And of course what's on this side is on the other side. And I'll bring it up. And the back of it, you have your 8065 number, which does light up, and you have your backup lights. And again, you have another little chain here, and they have a little step here, and then your platform, and it has a skid proof, which is nice. And then on both ends, you have the release right in here. You move it, and this piece comes up, and you have more hoses. Really nice detail to it. And what I'll do is I'll start it up. I'll go through some of the sequences. But I was reading the book, and they have a sequence, and it says right here, prototypical idle mode feature. And it tells you that if it idles for 90 seconds, it goes into a sleep mode, and then another 30 seconds, you'll hear the horn. Every 2 seconds, you'll hear it. And then after 2 minutes, you'll have a long horn, and then it'll start up again. And the reason they do that is to fill the air tanks. And then if it stays for another 30 seconds, it'll go back down into a sleep mode. I thought that was pretty neat. And then it has its regular crew talk and so on. So I'll turn it on, and I'll start playing some of it.
This is the dispatcher. Do you copy? Copy that. Read your fine. Over. Very good. Start up and hold. Roger that. Start up and hold. Out.
Now, if I let this stay for 90 seconds, it'll go into a sleep mode, and you'll hear how it just shuts down. And of course, when you're watching the video, if you don't want to wait that long, you know, just fast forward it, fellas. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's a new engine for me, and I'm learning as I go on, you know, running the unit and reading the book. So in 90 seconds, it will enter the sleep mode, and you'll hear this change through the real sound system. I'm reading this, fellas. The smoke generator will also enter into a sleep mode. The lights is not affected. Then during the sleep mode, a warning bell will sound every 5 seconds. If the engine remains at idle for another 2 minutes, the long warning bell will sound. She just went into sleep mode. Will sound, and the diesel engine will restart and run for 30 seconds to charge the air tanks, lights. Now you hear that? It's very low. It's like, whoo. That's supposed to be a warning bell. And that play every 2 seconds. If the engine remains at idle for another 2 minutes, the long warning bell will sound, and the diesel engine will restart, run for 30 seconds to charge the air tanks. Lights, sounds are reactive. I thought that was kind of neat. At first, I wasn't sure if that was the bell, but it is. Excuse me, fellas. I think I was getting over a little cold. And this is how the real diesel engines operate. It should be coming up soon. Okay, now that's the steady bell. Now she started, because it's charging the air tanks. And it'll restart and run for 30 seconds to charge the air tanks. After the brief startup to charge the air tanks, the local motorcycle back through the steps above if left at idle, so it goes back into sleep mode. And then if I hit any buttons, then the engine will just start. And as you see, the smoke started too, where when it's in the sleep mode, everything shuts down. And this is what the real engines do. It says after a brief startup to charge the air tanks, the local motorcycle cycles back through the steps above if left at idle. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you how long this brief startup to charge the air tank is. But like I said, if it gets too boring, this part, just fast forward it. There it goes. There it goes. It went into sleep mode. Alright, now I'm just going to start it. I'll hit any button. Now we'll go through the crew talk. This one will be where the engineer is asking.
My handbrakes are knocked off, dispatcher. Can I get a green light? Over. Negative. Stand by. Over. Understood, dispatcher. Out. Running behind, dispatcher. Can I go yet? Over. Signal indication. Over. Will do, dispatcher. Out. Running late, dispatcher. Can I get a green light? Over. Signal indication. Over. Understood. Holding for green boards. Out. Still waiting for clear, dispatcher. Can I depart? Over. Negative. Hold your position. Over. Copy that. Waiting for your signal. Out. Running late, dispatcher. Can I get a green light? Over. Negative. Hold your position. Over. Will do, dispatcher. Out.
Alright, now I'll play the dispatcher.
This is the dispatcher. Please hold. Over. Roger that. Holding for clear. Out. This is the dispatcher. Stand by. Over. Understood, dispatcher. Out. Dispatcher here. Hold your position. Over. Will do, dispatcher. Out. Dispatcher here. Stand by. Over. Okay. Understood. Out. Dispatcher here. You're cleared outbound. Over. Very good. I got the green. Out.
And then of course it has different levels of the engine, and I'll rev it up. Now I'll bring it down. And it's back down to idle. One thing I like to ask you fellas, maybe somebody could make a comment back to me. On this particular engine, on my legacy controller, it has rule 17 and then off 17. And I really don't know what that means. Maybe one of you fellas out there can explain that to me. But anyway, and then of course they have the different speeds.
Dispatcher here. Go to restricted speed. Over.
I have the brake on, that's why it's not
Increasing to
moving.
restricted speed. Out. Dispatcher here. Go to slow speed. Over. Copy that. Increasing to slow speed. Out. Dispatcher here. Go to medium speed. Over. Copy that. Increasing to medium speed. Out. Dispatcher here. Go to limited speed. Over. Copy that. Increasing to limited speed. Out. This is the dispatcher. Go to normal speed. Over. Copy that. Increasing to normal speed. Out. Dispatcher here. Copy that. Increasing to maximum automatic speed. Out.
Then we have the bell, single hit or constant. And then we have the horn. slow speed.
See you later, dispatcher. We are rolling. Over.
What I like also, when I hit the brakes on it, they squeak. Listen to them. I thought that's kind of neat. Then, of course, I don't know what happened. My camera went off and I had to restart it. I hope you got that. I'll play it again.
Dispatcher here. Emergency stop. Okay, brakes off. Climbing down hard. We've stopped. Still in one piece, dispatcher. Over. Thank you, sir. Dispatcher out.
And they have one more thing, which is the sequence control, the whole system. Yeah, this is it. Now it's in sequence control. It goes by itself.
Dispatcher, I see that signal. We're good to go. Over. Affirmative. Out. Dispatcher, we are underway. Over. Roger that. Keep rolling. Out.
Now, of course, you go around the track in the sequence control, and at different speeds, the bell will go off, a horn will blow, and then when it comes to the point where they want to come into the station, the engineer will ask for permission and say my fuel is low, and then the dispatcher will, give him the okay, and then he'll come in, and then it'll stop, and then you hit you hit the symbol of the engineer, and he'll say, he arrived safe and so on. But I won't go through the whole thing.
Dispatcher, we are underway. Over.
That's still in the
Roger that.
sequence.
Have a good run. Out.
Well, anyway, fellas, just want to explain a little bit about the engine that I bought. And I know it's a little long, especially that idle. So as I mentioned, just fast forward, unless you really want to enjoy it and listen to it like I did. Okay, I'm going to end it now. Have a great day, fellas. Hope you enjoyed it, because I always enjoy running my engines and finding new things about the new engines I bought. So you have a great day. Bye now.